Good morning. So, this is going to be a short video on paint job, not your normal paint job. This truck is a 1988 GMC. It is a Kodiak. It has a 3208 cat in it. It has a 10-foot dump body, single axle. We bought this truck about 3 to 4 years ago and had to do some cab repair on it, cab driver's side floor mount, and perch was bad. We replaced it and fixed the floor. This is no means a video on what you should do for a paint job or how you should do it. This is just how we did it. You can note that it shines pretty nicely. This is the grill's out of it. We put the grill back in it. We painted the grill in here. Now there is a little bit of dust in this because this is not a perfectly clean scenario, and the camera makes it actually look like there's more dust in it than it is. It is actually nice and shiny and very smooth. Now, to accomplish this paint job, you could buy paint from your local auto parts or paint store that mixes paints, acrylic enamel, base coat, clear coat. No, we didn't do that. What we did was, my son and I, we started this, we just wanted to have it not dull anymore. So, it has a nice shine. I have a lot of good equipment to spray things correctly. But we opted out, and I saw this done on a YouTube video a few years back, and I was pretty impressed with it, and I thought, well, we'll give it a try. So basically, all the sanding on the truck was done with this. Not with my air sanders, nothing. Just this, it is a, I believe a Black & Decker orbital sander. We used 120 on the finish. Everything was finished at 120 grit. We did use 80 grit where I had to do some body work. I made new cab corner. This corner was done. I just kind of finished it up. We did put new cab corners on it. There was the bottom of the fender, not real good light in here, was this piece here was missing. It had been broken off at some point, and it's fiberglass, and the fellow kept it, so I fiberglassed it in with using 2-part epoxy that you would use for fiberglassing, and then just basically using that to glue the piece back into place. I used what they consider a fiber mesh on the inside that I had a piece of left. I put that on the inside and directly put a body filler over that and the outside, and then sanded it down. This side back here, I made a brand new cab corner for it. The cab corner that was there was rotten due to a mouse nest. That there is a little hole in here that allows, I was going to fill that, but that is actually supposed to be open for water and debris to come out of there, out of the outside piece here. So did that. We also took the muffler off and some other stuff. So there was a piece up here that wasn't in very good shape. It had a big crack. We fixed that also. This paint job was done yesterday. It literally took 2 hours. So basically, this is a Exo Rust paint job. I want to explain to you how we did this. The paint color is Fiesta Red. Now, we started by sanding the whole truck after we had the bodywork where we wanted it, which we, I mean, it's not a lot of time spent on body work. We had literally about 3 hours or so of cleaning up. The truck actually was in pretty good shape, other than there was 3 areas that needed some repair. And it was rust, and basically where water got trapped in behind body panels, rocker panels were, had to repair the rocker panel on this side. Actually made a new one for this side, a portion of it, and put the bottom bead in across this, right in there, by using just some scrap pieces of metal that we had. The body work is what it is. It's an old truck. We use it for hauling a lot of times construction debris, hauling some sand, and putting this on jobs where we don't want a good truck or one of our good trailers on, and we can just leave it. And if somebody throws shingles on the roof or something, or they end up on the hood, it's not as big a deal as one of the new trucks. So basically, we have Exo Rust in a gallon. We have Exo Rust Fiesta Red in spray cans. We had 6 of those, and we have about 1.5 cans left after we're through. And I'm going to explain the process that we did. So once we have everything sanded down with 120, we basically used a roller, a mini roller with a fine, I will caught for words. Let me just tell you what it is, because it's right here. It's a foam roller, and it's for doors and cabinets. And basically, we applied 1 coat on the truck. Top, we also use paint brushes of various sizes and types to cut in around lights and other places where we couldn't get in with a roller. This mirror was taped out. We untaped it. There is some paint on the mirrors, and we'll clean that up with some solvent. So basically, we put 1 coat on with a roller, and once we let that sit for about, that's a reflection. Actually, that's not a, I think that was a mark there. It's just a reflection of how shiny it is. So once we went through that, we put 1 coat on with a roller, as I said. Then we went back and it took 2 cans each time to put a complete coat on this. So we sprayed it about every 10 or 12 minutes with a couple cans of this Fiesta Red in the spray type. So we covered the hood, the doors, the fenders, the back. We had the hood flopped up. After we got the hood with the roller on it, then we laid the hood down, and we finished it off with the cans to get the shine we did. This is as shiny as it was when we were finished painting it, and it stayed nice and shiny. It is just basic implement paint. If it stays shiny for 3 years or a couple years, we'll be happy with that. The body work we did on it is pretty good. I'm not really much more to say, but this is what we did. And this paint job, with the cans of paint, the tape, the rollers, all the equipment, was about $100. I went back last night and I kind of added everything I did up, and that's where we are. Of course, the newspapers are free, but that's where we are. It's $100. Now we have about another $50 or $75 in the paint in the box. The safety tape is, we buy it by the roll, and after we paint something, we put it back on. So the box is done. Now the boards are over here. We put a coat of paint on them. 2 coats yesterday. We're going to put 1 more coat today. They are completely dry. It is about 65 in here right now. It was around 80 in here yesterday afternoon when we painted this. It was drying actually too fast, and we had to keep continually opening the door because we couldn't keep up to how quick it was drying. So basically about 5 complete cans of spray paint went on this, and this is what we got. So if you can't afford a paint job, or if you just got an old truck or something you want to try playing with and get a paint job on it, this is a cheap way to play. And this is basically what we did. Is it perfect? No. I don't believe everything went in really nice. I don't believe we thought we might have a run right here, but after looking at it today, yeah, we do, right there. See it? See the run? There is one run. I get a little happy with my paint. My son tells me to slow down all the time. So he did a lot of the body work. He did all the body work in doing the paint job on the dump box. We painted he painted the wheels, the center caps, the frame, and the dump body. We have lettering. We're going to be hopefully picking up at the beginning of the week. We'll be putting the lettering on. We're going to keep the same type of lettering we do as on the other trucks. We're going to use the chrome, and then I guess this time we're going to outline it in black with a little bit of black on the corners and stuff on it. So we'll put the grill back in it. We got some lights for the front. We're going to do a couple little neat things with the mud flaps on the front, and getting the muffler off it with a hole, and we're going to put a different muffler on it, more like a resonator. Put the stack back on it, and once we get it all done, we'll shoot another short video when the truck's all lettered and everything else. But for a cheap paint job on an old junky truck, I shouldn't say junky, it runs really good. We've got a lot of use out of it. So, okay, so there we are. Sorry about the shaking, and this is not really short. We're going up on 12 minutes, a little long-winded as usual, but really cool paint job and not much to it. Pretty simple, and if you got an old truck, give it a whirl. It looks pretty good.